Gamers, welcome to episode 7 of the Pokemon Heartgold Definitive Edition Blind Nuzlocke. Now, here we are at the Elite Four. Last episode, we did everything leading up to this, including a bit of a disproportionately level jump scare battle, but we've made it. We're at the level cap I set for myself, and we're gonna clean house. I actually need to take this from you. You're not at that part yet. So, we've come a long way. I'm not sure what quite lies ahead because of the fact that I didn't want to look at any of the movesets for obvious reasons. I only familiarized myself with the, base movesets. But yeah, we're just gonna, basically give it our all. I am gonna give the expert belt to you, actually. And then I need to... Sorry, just 1 second. I need to give you, instead of the Life Orb, you are getting a Papaya Berry. Yep. And then you are getting the Life Orb. I am bringing Flump, just because I really want to use Flump. And, yeah, we're just gonna give it our all. I'm a little bit scared. I won't hold you. We have a Chople Berry on MAHORAGA. I farmed them up from the mother packages. And we also have choice specs on Farina. I farmed her up. I also farmed a French up so we can get Draco Meteor. And yeah. Everyone else is kind of standard. Celix has leftovers. You guys saw me switch the items for these guys. But yeah. We're gonna basically give it our all. I did familiarize myself with their vanilla team comps, so I know what this guy should have. I'm scared of him having an Alakazam. I'm pretty scared of that, honestly. Crunch. Yep. Well, if we outspeed a Giraffe, we should outspeed you. And I'm not afraid of, like, a Grass Knot because we are in Sandstorm, so we have the Spadef bonus. So we should be good. Yep. I think it's the same premise, right? We have the Sandstorm bonus, so, like, Surf isn't going to kill me. Oh, he has Brine? Dude, that did 50 damage. Well, I guess now we just keep on spamming Crunch until he dies. Oh yeah, reload his defense. Okay. You can't really do anything to me either, right? I mean, you can Ice Beam me, and I don't think I can... Switching out doesn't seem worth it. I can go to you, but, we don't really need to. Like, if Ice Beam freezes, then, obviously it sucks, but I think we're good. Just Crunch. Ooh, I forgot about that. Okay. What is she gonna use? She's gonna use Ice Beam, right? Ice Beam or, like, what? Focus Blast, Thunderbolt? Okay. So that means going... Entei's probably the best play. I don't know if Ironhead would kill, though. What's your item? You have a Life Orb? Ironhead should kill. Yeah, Ironhead should kill. I gotta remember to not speed up during the Elite Four fights. Oh, I love how he glows red. I think a lot of the legendaries do that in this game. When they enter the fight, they, like, glow red. I'm not quite sure why. Don't freeze. Okay, that's fine. Ironhead should be guaranteed. Otherwise, I mean, she's not gonna kill us. Yep. Okay, who... Oh, Zatu's last, right? It has to be Zatu. Oh, no, he has one more. He is unfortunately asleep, which sucks. I guess we go into Steelix. Okay, that's good. I guess we just Crunch for now. Ooh, confused, right? that sucks. Citrus berry, I guess. What? We're confused. So we're either baiting psychic or... Oh, damn, that's actually... Wait, can we not just, like, wait for MAHORAGA to wake up? I'm actually... If his only moves are psychic and maybe air slash, then can we not just wait? Okay, that's fine. Okay. Espeon. I'm not quite sure what this has, but we should be fine generally. We're at half health though. Is there anything I have that can like really tank this though? We're not being a psychic move. If anything, maybe we're baiting another Confuse Ray. Maybe I go to Infernape, you turn out on the psychic into you, and then kill, hopefully. Or if anything, he might heal. I think that's an alright plan. Because we're never getting hit with psychic here. Calm Mind, that is so fucking scary. Okay, we're gonna U-turn out. That's a heal turn, if anything. And then we're gonna go back into you, baiting psychic. Yep. And now he's either going to heal, or... He's not gonna attack, right? I think he has to heal. Yeah. I knew he had at least one heal on him. One last heal. Okay. I guess we'll never know if the Espeon actually had something to hit Tyranitar, but based off the Calm Mind, I don't think it did. Okay. Let's heal everyone up. This should be Koga next. Okay. Plan trademark for Koga. We are going to lead Banyue. But first we have to... The reason I'm leading Banyue is because I'm pretty sure he leads Ariados. He might. And I don't want Medicham to get speed dropped, because Ariados is probably going to have like String Shot or something like that. Obviously, it doesn't seem like a powerful move, but I just can't afford Medicham's speed getting lowered in any way. So I'm not even going to risk it having it fight in Ariados. Give me that. And then you can keep that, and then we don't need that on you right now, so we're going to give you a wide lens, and then we're going to give you... What are we going to give you? I guess Shell Bell. And then we are going to give you a Life Orb. And then we are going to give you a... What do we give you, actually? Do I just put the Chopper Berry back on, just in case? Maybe, but we're going to give you a Quick Claw, because I feel like that's the best option. Alright. And then we're just going to heal Steelix up for, like, the last 10 HP is missing. And Infernape. Okay. There's also a chance Koga has a Fortress, which I wouldn't be surprised by. So we're just gonna let it rock. But the main thing is I don't want to get like... Our Sticky Webs aren't... Oh! Okay, this is good. Sticky Webs aren't in this game, I think, even, so you don't have to worry about that. Does Arrows have its stupid Toxic Thread thing? I'm not sure. Okay, so we're just gonna Flamethrower this. Okay, thank God that killed. We have a Life Orb, so... Who do we let... I think Steelix probably is better to take care of this, because Tyranitar HP is so important. We missed a Stone Edge, that kind of sucks. Thank you for hitting one. Oh, this is gonna proc a heal, the next one that hits. There we go. That's good, that's good. Swalot. What could this thing have? The stockpiles? Am I really scared of that? No. Ice beam. Ice beam. Okay. I mean, we could have gotten frozen, but that's fine. Does this thing have Quiver Dance? No, Quiver Dance doesn't exist in this gen. It could have Calm Mind. Otherwise, we're not afraid of anything this thing can do. Ooh! Oh, Tinted Lens. Tinted Lens. I'm such a fucking idiot. Okay. We go to Infernate, because it can only use Signal Beam. Yep, okay. Then we just Flamethrower. Ariados. Okay. I'm so scared of a Focus Sash. I'm gonna U-turn out to Entei. I'm... Bounce. Do I just tank it? No, I go to Steelix. Yeah. Does this thing even have anything to hurt me? Probably not, but I'm gonna go to you. That's fine. And then now we're gonna Flamethrower. That thing might have not had a Focus Sash, but I'm not risking it. So we're just gonna Flamethrower again. Toxic, that kind of sucks. We should be good to do at least one more though. We might have died at that crit. Okay, we're gonna go to Steelix. I'm actually gonna use Medicham on all this one because our pivots are just so naturally good. The thing is, this could have Fire Punch. Just gonna 110% have Fire Punch. We should 100% live the Fire Punch into Toxic Spikes. Oh, Brick Break? Yeah, that's fine. And then now Zen Headbutt should just kill. Yep. Okay, easy peasy. His level being 54 does concern me a little bit. If this guy's level 55, then I'm gonna assume the last one is probably 56, and I'll level everyone up once. Okay. You already have the wide lens, which we're going to keep on. We are going to give Tyranitar a Choppleberry again, even though it won't really do much. This is the one I'm scared of the most, and this is the one where I honestly don't mind sacking Medicham if it comes down to it. And then, what do you have? The Shell Bell. We are going to... That's fine, probably. You can keep the Life Orb, and you can keep Choice Specs. We're probably, at some point, gonna have to pivot out when he brings in Steelix. We have the wide lens, so everything is 99 base accuracy. But yeah, when Steelix comes out, we're probably gonna go into you and Surf. Which should be fine, generally. But this is the one where most stuff can go wrong. There is a possibility or world, and Tim is fine. Hitmonlee. Oh, you have Bounce, don't you? Okay, that's fine. Honestly, okay, Paris sucks, but we're not using you this fight. We're baiting fighting type move, but that's fine in all honesty. Or not, apparently. There we go. I don't know why he wasn't doing that. Okay. Oh, we're gonna have to drain him bounces. Okay, we can't really... Let's go into Flump Jr., just tank a... Actually, wait, now we're baiting a fighting type move, though. We're baiting high jump kick. And we can't go back to you because he's just gonna outspeed. I'd say we probably take the moment we can to hit him. With Iron Head, Hitmonlee's defense is really bad, but its special defense is better. Flinch, that's actually huge. Oh, that's big. That's big. Machamp. This is 110% Stone Edge. Yep. And then now we just send Headbutt. He is level 56. Oh, this probably outspeeds me, doesn't it? Yeah, it probably does. What is it using? Mega Horn? It's probably best to go to Flump then. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Flamethrower. Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna level everyone up to 57 then. Better than we should be fine. Like, yeah. Hitmonchan. This guy also has pretty good special defense, but not really good regular defense, but I don't want to switch you in. I think we're gonna let Flump Jr. box a little bit with Iron Head, same as last time. Okay, that's good. That's good damage. He flinched? W? Thunder Punch, that's fine. Is Iron Head gonna do more damage than Flamethrower here? Because that's like... It's literally like 140 versus 180, but then 40 points of attack difference. I think I'm gonna try Flamethrower here. Plus we can burn him. Yeah, it does about the same damage, so now we switch to Iron Heads. Yeah. I don't think Thunder Punch crit can kill me. Okay, there we go. Okay, so based off where I saw Machamp is level 56. I think I'm gonna level everyone up to 57 then. Because Karen's probably gonna be at that level. Yeah. Lava Plume. Sorry, man. I ain't doing that. Flare Blitz is a really good fucking move. But I think we're gonna keep Flamethrower for now because we don't really have anything left here that's like fire weak. So it's not worth it to just be using high recoil at this point. Okay. Items. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of this. And then give me this. You're gonna keep that, and then you have the life orb, right? Yep, okay. You're gonna keep that. And you're gonna keep that. And then we're gonna heal everyone up. That one could have been a little bit scary. Entei was safe to a crit, like, once. But fortunately, it just never turned out that way. Okay. And then we are going to teach Tyranitar Brick Break. We are going to get rid of EQ for this. And then, is there anyone else? No, probably not. And then the expert belt is going to go to Tyranitar. And then, do we have anything better we can give Entei other than Shell Bell? I guess not, so we can give it to him again, I suppose. And we are going to lead Infernape. I'm really afraid of her having a Spirit Tomb in this fight, in which case we just probably pivot to Steelix and let it try and do its thing with like Iron Head and Earthquake. Yeah. It might be, if she leads Spirit Tomb, this will be really bad. My Deanna, that's fine. I can U-turn out. It won't kill, but I can U-turn out. And we're baiting Dark type attack, so we just go U. Yeah, it's fine. And now I just Brick Break. Sharpedo, we're baiting Water type attack. We can go here, and then bait crunch. And then we go back here. Yep, that's fine. And then close combat. Oh, fucking Aqua Jet. Oh no. Okay, okay. I forgot about Aqua Jet. What do I do? Because he has really good hits onto Metacham that I can't really afford. Probably you. But then how am I gonna get Metacham out? Against any of the other. It's just because Metacham's so slow. I think I have to take the crunch. Because like we can kill. We can just. Oh, that does so much fucking damage. Okay, we're 100% baiting Brave Bird here, which is fine. Or Pluck, doesn't really matter. I should have healed up the PP, but it doesn't really matter. That missed, thank God. Oh, fucking Aqua Jet. This is not good. Okay, we can go to Farina for this. And then I can just surf. Shift tree. We can just go to you. That's fine. And then we just flamethrower. How'd you not die? Umbreon. I think it's alright to let MAHORAGA 1v1 this. I'm gonna... I want to scout once. Actually, no. This will see if it has, like, Miracle or anything. Toxic, that's fine. Okay, Confuse Ray. And then I'm going to switch to you. Oh, it's just a stall set. Wait, can it not touch Steelix, though? I mean, I guess I can hit myself in Confusion a bunch, but... yeah, it's just a pure stall set. I mean, eventually... Feint Attack? I mean, eventually it's gonna run out of shit to use. I should use Crunches to fish for defense drops. Yeah, the only thing is... yeah, wait, no, this is kind of bad because... I think I'm gonna run out of PP before him. And then Tyranitar is also toxic. Okay, he is going to Confuse Ray me here, that's 100%. I guess, wait, hold on, I can waste all his Confuse Rays. The only thing is... the Sandstorm chip is really bad. Yeah, I think it's just good to be fishing for defense for now. Because maybe once I get low on PP for everything I got. Honestly, him confusing me is really good because I'm not wasting PP at the same rate he is. Yeah, but this might end up being a PP stall. I guess for the rate that it's going, I can just talk about random shit. There we go, there's a defense drop. So, I don't know if I talked about it before, but the Boy and the Heron movie. Me and my friend group, we all, we love Ghibli films. My personal favorites are like Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle, My Neighbor Totoro, the usuals. But one summer, we watched The Boy and the Heron together, and we were not a fan whatsoever, man. Like, we were such not a fan. I probably have talked about it on the channel before, but we literally, like... Okay, firstly, that movie, like, it has all of the like Ghibli like tropes, I guess you could say, but they're dialed up to like 10. And what we thought, like the Ghibli movies, they focus about like the fantasy world and all of the aspects of it, and building it and making it and presenting it in such a beautiful way. They do that for this one, but the problem is because of like the tower he goes into, his grandfather's tower or whatever it is, because that they all lead to different worlds, we only get like a proof of concept snippet of each world rather than an actual developed entire world that we come to expect in Ghibli movies. Like, and sometimes it's not even like an entire world. Like in My Neighbor Totoro, it's just that one section of forest that's particularly, like magical and fantasy-like. So yeah, it is not always just like one world, but they always like feel finished. They always feel developed. They always feel like everything that was meant for the world was fully realized in the film. But in the Boy and the Heron, they go through a bunch of different worlds through the tower, and none of them feel like particularly have that same magic, because they, like I said, oh, killed it. Because all of them are just made that proof of concept in mind, and it really sucks to watch, because you feel like they could do so much more with it, and they just don't. I didn't really care about like we supposed that the plot point revolving around like the time, what's called, I want to call it the time warp, but the alternate reality time distortion with like one of the maids, or one of the, what are they called? One of the servants being younger in this like different universe. But first of all, that was never explained. That was extremely confusing. Like, I'm not sure why they have different alternate times in the other worlds, and how the boy ended up seeing his mother again and ended up going with her. I was confused about that. It just didn't have the same magic, and it sucks to like, and I'm not saying the movie doesn't deserve praise, but I feel like, at least for that one, no one really took a second to think about like what that magic really is. They just said, oh, it's another Ghibli masterpiece, and rated it like 10 million stars or whatever. Okay, anyways. So, because Amriam is level 58, I'm going to get everyone up to level 58. And for an ape, I'm really sorry. I should have known Aquajet was coming, but that's my fault. Okay, so plan trademark. Gyarados is going to lead, and Gyarados is obviously Intimidate, but Gyarados messes up with our plan of bringing in Kingdra, because Gyarados is going to live and it's going to get free pot shots on Kingdra, or even use Outrage, which is not good. So, because of that, we are going to lead Choice Scarf Medicham, and we're going to use Thunder Punch. It probably won't kill, but it's our best option. Where is it? And you actually got 2 Choice Scarfs, because there's one on Victory Road, and then there's another. There is another that you can get through gifts from your mom. Yep. And then for you, what do I do for you actually? Do I just let you hold the expert belt for like the Dragon Knights? I suppose so. Yeah, we're gonna have him hold the expert belt. Or should I give him another wide lens? Yeah, because of the rock slides, I think I'm gonna give him the wide lens, so just so our rock slides are near guaranteed. There you go. And Flump Jr., you can hold the Shell Bell still. You're not gonna be that useful here, and then you're gonna have the choice specs. Alright. We're gonna give it our best shot. But this shit's kind of scary, man. Alright. Hello, Lance. Let's do this. If he... Okay, yep. Gyarados lead. And then we are going to Thunder Punch it. Even if it doesn't kill, that's alright. Okay, it does. That's fantastic. Charizard. Can't we just keep Thunder Punching? Like, don't think I'm swapping him out until he dies, so... But... It's gonna be a flying type attack. What if we just switched Mahoraga in? Yeah, honestly, Mahoraga's a fine switch. Yeah. It's just Air Slash. So now we get a Rock Slide. That's fine. This is gonna be Garchomp. Kingdra. Wait, this is a water type attack incoming. I'm doing it for the aura. For the aura. Kingdra. You are everything better than this Kingdra is. You got this. You have a choice specs. You're trained in majority speed. You got this. That's my goat. That's my goat right there. I guess we can just keep going. Or should I switch back to you? Yeah, wait, hold on. This is a Sky attack, most likely. Actually, wait, we can go to Steelix. Steelix probably full walls this. Dragon Rush, that doesn't really matter. Yeah, you can probably Stone Edge this. Ooh. Okay, wait, hold on. If we're baiting Flamethrower again, I can go because the thing he has left are his 2 Dragonites, right? The only thing is they probably have Yachi Berries, right? Or at least one of them do. So I think I want to get Farina back in and just Dragon Pulse again. Yeah, I think this is the best outcome. Because one of those fuckers definitely have a Yachi Berry. We saw the Cassid Berries that the Fortress had, so I don't think these guys would be any different. We have a huge special attack stat because we're plus nature and I trained it. Dragon Pulse should hopefully be enough. If not, we have more than enough left in the back to take care of this. Or take care of these guys, I should say. And we're choice spec'd. Oh, let's fucking go. I think we got this in the bag. Oh wait, it's only one Dragonite? Okay. Okay. We go back to Steelix. And then we just Iron Head. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Okay, I actually really like that. Hold on. Hold on. I love that the ending Elite Four member is level 58. And Lance's highest is only 60. The level curve doesn't feel that, like, usually in vanilla Pokemon games, it's like at least 4 or 6 levels, like, between the champion and last Elite Four member. That one doesn't feel, you know, as, you know, disconnected. And, you know, they did give the other, I think, unfortunately, I think that was a little easy. But I don't think there's any problems with that, honestly. They didn't set out to make this game particularly super difficult. Honestly, who's probably the hardest gym lead, Elite Four member? God, who is it? I want to say Karen, just because she has actual type diversity. And her Umbreon can maybe be annoying. Did we ever see Umbreon's last move? It was Toxic. Yeah, wait, it was Toxic, Feint Attack, Confuse Ray, Double Team. So I guess if you can just one-shot it, it's fine, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because we got caught by the Aqua Jet that I think it was particularly difficult. But yeah. I don't know if this is the end. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I am particularly excited to see what they might have done with Kanto, but I need to do research for then. I do need to do research. Thankfully, we did get the Torchic, so Blaze can replace Infernape. Not totally, but you know what? Flump did more than I expected. Flump really held his own. Flump Jr., actually. MAHORAGA, of course, probably the GOAT of the Elite Four. Probably the GOAT of the Elite Four. But yeah. I've been enjoying playing this blind. Or, yeah, I enjoyed playing this blind. I think it definitely, for a ROM hack this difficulty, adds a level of suspense. The only thing that I don't like is the jump scare. Why was that battle level 52? Like, come on. Like, I was thankfully prepared because I was ready to just push him till 2 levels below level cap and say, you know what? I think this is good enough and I am not risking anything. But especially when the other aces are only still in the 40s, I'm not sure why they did that. Are you supposed to lose that battle, maybe, in the normal playthrough? I don't know. But yeah, I like this ROM hack. This or Storm Silver? I don't know if I can decide. Storm Silver is fucking legendary. I loved it. The first time I played it, I genuinely, like, the emotions I felt, I can't really describe because they, like, took what little flaws there were of my tied for my favorite game, and Giano just made it perfect, fixed it, gave it real difficulty in a way that made me enjoy it. This is like, Giano is like what Pokemon Soul Silver, I don't want to say should have been, because saying should have been implies it isn't like a fantastic, absolutely amazing Pokemon experience. But Drayano feels like what Heartgold and Soul Silver, if you fixed the little couple flaws it had and, sent it on its way, the complete, not like the complete package, but the perfect launch of that game. This feels like if Pokemon Heartgold and Soul Silver came out today. If it came out today and they really gave a shit and used the old art style and they put everything they had to it, this kind of feels like that. With everything that was added, I do think that the constant Frontier Brain cameos are a bit eh. I don't think that a lot of the Gen 4 NPCs, I don't know if they should have shown up as often and as much as they did. I understand if you want to use them just because, they're there. But I don't think as many of them should have shown up as they did. Especially the rocket stuff. I think if you want to do it for the first 2 admins, like Proton and the other guy, I forget his name, that's fine. But I think Ariana and Archer should have been like regular 1v1s. I think the Giovanni, okay, looking back on it, I was a little sour on the Giovanni fight, but I really did enjoy it. I think him being a double battle is amazing. I think Ariana should have been a single battle, personally. But otherwise, I don't really have much complaints about that rocket session. I think it's actually a really good jump scare for at least Giovanni, even though we come to expect it. Oh yeah, the production value on this game is insane. The added animations given to like a bunch when you talk to a bunch of the NPCs and even just the story that was added, that's amazing. I also think that the encounter diversity is better in this game than it is in Storm Silver. Because Storm Silver, from what I recall, it makes like it keeps everything it keeps a lot of things like the same or a little bit different, but it changes like the sequential areas that are post game. It adds some more Pokemon, but it also it adds some Pokemon that you can see during the base game. But from what I recalled when I first played Storm Silver, the main thing that was different was the Spirit Tomb and the fact that you got the starters from the Pokemon Center, This one, of course, you get starters, one for each town, but I don't know. I think the encounter diversity is a little bit better in the sense that there's new Pokemon, but I also feel like some of the routes were untouched for on purpose. In that case, that's not really the word then. It's like encounter balancing. Not like in a game balancing sense, but I mean like encounter balancing in, diversity sense. Like some routes have the majority of the Johto Pokemon, and they might not have it. They might only have 1 or 2 new Pokemon. And I think that's good to keep that for the original experience as well. One thing I will say that I'm a little peeved on is the fact that none of the Pokemon were touched up. Okay, yeah, I think that is one thing that gets me, because I don't think there's a universe that Ledian should remain as it is in the actual, how it is now. I think in every ROM hack, Ledian should be given something, because it literally has nothing. And this ROM hack, they obviously didn't do that. Which, it's not particularly... They aren't forced to. It is keeping the original vision of the games alive, but I think I'd rather have, like, Ledian be buffed than not buffed, Obviously. So I think in terms of which one I like more, I'd still have to go with Storm Silver. Obviously, it's no bash on the creators. They made a fantastic thing here. Like, it has higher production value than Storm Silver, I'd say. Like, all the cutscenes, everything like that is absolutely beautiful. And I love all the NPCs they add around the towns. It makes it feel so much more alive. But I think the balancing for Storm Silver is the thing that pushes it over for me, because seeing a lot of my favorite Pokemon who might not be that good, or might not be, well, yeah, as I said, might not be that good, might not be that useful in, playthrough, get buffs, and even if it's just like move pool buffs or like minor stat buffs, everything helps, because this feels like a quote-unquote perfect Pokemon adventure, but Storm Silver is like the most fun Pokemon adventure, because like the buffs help a lot of Pokemon. It gives you something new to use, something to play around with, and a bunch of things like that. I don't know, I'm not that big of a video game critic. I'm very black and white. Get it? Pokemon Black and White. In the sense that I like something or I don't like something. Like, I can have fun very easily with a lot of video games. So I'm not really a good critic to figure out whether they are good or not. But, yeah. So, I want to go through and tell at least my favorite moment for at least each Pokemon. I was thinking about doing it, at least for the ones that I know we used. I wanted to do it. Crapcorpse did nothing besides show up, unfortunately. It's base Ladybell. He's not doing anything. The Barrel, we brought her against Bugsy, and I'm pretty sure she tanked a move from Scyther, so we could, swap her out. I didn't get to sack you. I feel like I should continue it just so I can sack you. Poliwrath was really good against Price. Raticate was an early game carry along with Dodrio. Dude, I just remember Dodrio. You didn't get to use Torchic. Didn't use Venat. We leveled up Venusaur. Didn't really use it at all because its move pool is cheeks a little bit. And we can't get the Energy Bell TM. We can get it now, actually, because the Frontier is open. Torterra. We didn't actually use Torterra a lot this run. I remember in my original... I have to go back and watch my original Storm Silver playthrough, because I think we used Torterra a lot more. But we didn't use Torterra much this one. Torterra is like one of my favorite starter Pokemon, so that does kind of bum me, but it's fine. Charizard, I think we brought him for the Ice Gym, and he maybe did stuff, I'm not sure. Dugong actually really helped out a lot during Claire. Never used you. Blastoise, we used him for Claire and the late game routes. I think, he held his own. He definitely helped during the jump scare double battle. We didn't use any of these for, unfortunately. Hippotos, if we got to use him, it would have been really good. He's honestly a very good Hippopotas. I might, if we do continue, I'll definitely add him to the team. Didn't really use any of you guys. Our only electric type for the entire run, Boomer. It somehow pulled through. Very awesome. And the real reason I want to do this, I don't think I've ever been more attached to a death box in my Pokemon career. Like, okay, this... How ironic being named Divine Dog and getting absolutely one-shotted. Like, absolutely destroyed by a crit. How ironic is that early on? Bob got crit again. Unfortunate, but Bob really did help out for Faulkner and Bugsy. Nekomata, man. My hat's off to you. My hat is off to you. Like, first of all, we had very early full power return, which made this thing a beast. U-turn, fake out, really good against Morty because it learned Shadow Claw. Almost soloed Whitney, almost. And then, unfortunately, lost his life due to a crit. Sucks, but you know what? Bessie was surprisingly really good. It has a very good nature, and Miltank's generally an all-arounder, so that's very, with recovery, so it's generally very valuable in Nuzlocke. But I was so surprised. It has good coverage, Very good Pokemon. Gyarados. Probably the Pokemon I've used the most, so probably the Pokemon most deserving to die. Not like in this run specifically, but like in all my runs. Possibly even ban-worthy, something I should consider. But I love using Gyarados too much on my favorite Pokemon. And even though he didn't do that much this run, he did hold his own. Slowbro, we didn't really use you much, but you're a good Pokemon, so I know that. Dude, Dodrio, man. Do-fucking-Drio. Early game went crazy. When he evolved a Dodrio, he went even more crazy. Hit like a truck, had Roost. Pursuit for at least some coverage. Had a really good nature, really good stats. I'll miss you, Dodrio. Sceptile. I shit-talked Sceptile so hard. I named him Totality, and he ended up dying anyways. I shit-talked him so hard during the rocket, but he really showed up. I even tried to save him, which ended up, caused the death of him, Dodrio, and Slowbro. Which that taught me a lesson. And if I went back, I would have just sacked him. But he showed up. He showed up at the very end. When I needed him most, he showed up during those last couple of fights. Delibird, you were the sack of all time. He was the sack of all time against Claire. He had a purpose. I cannot deny him that purpose. Togekiss, I should have used you more, but you were fantastic. I always loved Togekiss. Not like... Okay, I say I love a lot of Pokemon, but some Pokemon that I love aren't even in my top 100. That's just because I have a lot of love in my heart, I'd like to think. That's also because, as I mentioned earlier, in Black and White, I love a lot of Pokemon, I hate a lot of Pokemon, there isn't much middle ground. I suppose one Pokemon I'm just okay on is, like, Venusaur. I'm pretty okay on Venusaur, Don't got any particular love or hate for it. Infernape, I think Gen 4 ROM hacks and Infernape have a very strong connection with each other. And I love Infernape. I love Infernape. I love using it. It isn't like a Pokemon I have a real super strong attachment to. I love its design. Its usability is so high. It is genuinely one of the best. Is it the best starter Pokemon for Nuzlocke? Swampert's also up there. It is basically better Blaziken, unless Blaziken has Speed Boost. Swampert's up there, Torterra's up there. None of the Gen 5 starters are really that great. Greninja's up there. Greninja's better, but that's just because he's newer and power crept. Greninja's really fucking good. In their respective gens, I'm talking about their power levels being Infernape might be the highest like starter power level, honestly. And then who else? Fuck, what's the name of the Alola fully evolved? Is it Ribrion? Hold on. Gen 7 fully evolved water starter. Primarina. Primarina is really fucking good. I don't know if in terms of power level in its own game it's on that level, but as a Pokemon it is on that level. Incineroar is like okay base game. He's like good. He has a good defensive typing. He's generally good. Sidrai is not that great, unfortunately. Gen 8. Honestly, the Gen 8 starters are like okay without their hidden abilities. Like probably just okay. They have good stats, but otherwise, eh. What else? Gen 9. All the Gen 9 stars are really fucking good. Like, they're all one of the best Pokemon in their generation for Nuzlocke. Just because they're all either really good offensively or really good defensively. Meowscarada is a little bit scary to use because it's grass dark type. It's weak to everything under the sun. But it's really strong despite that. But yeah. Dude, shout out to Nekomata. But yeah, this has been a wonderful game. I'm still not escaping the doesn't finish a run on camera allegations, because the only runs I finished were ROM hacks of the same fucking game. So who knows? I do want to try out Emerald Sea Glass. I heard that one was good, and Torterra's in it. Listen, you can always convince me to play a ROM hack as long as Torterra is in the game. Like, Torterra is my favorite starter, probably. No, Incineroar is. I love Incineroar. My Smash main. I can't, possibly betray him like that. But Torterra is my favorite non-Incineroar starter. Because he's just so fucking good. He's like one of the Pokemon that I have the most fun using in Nuzlocke. Spez didn't use him that much this run. But that's because we had so many ground types. And Steelix, dude. Steelix is, unironically, probably the MVP of the run. Either Steelix or Infernape. It's one of the two. It's one of the two. I'm not sure which. But it's probably Steelix, honestly. Absolute GOAT. I didn't want to pick him up. Absolute, like, beyond GOAT status. MAHORAGA showed up, of course. MVP of the Elite Four. When we needed him most. It was really, it did something for me getting this, naming it MAHORAGA, and him finally showing up, not dying, and owning everything. Yeah. Shout out to Steelix, man. Alright. I think I'm done yapping for now. Thank y'all for watching. If I upload another video on this, then you'll know I'm doing Kanto. If not, then I just want to say this has been a fantastic game. And it's been fantastic recording and, playing with you all. But yeah, hope you all have a wonderful night.